and Dadnarok reacts to Ted Lasso Season 3 teaser trailer. This is Sean.
And this is Chris. Let's go AFC. Whoo, I'm so pumped when I
go.
found this was going on this morning.
You
I
can
didn't even
see
know.
we are donning our Richmond AFC swag. I've actually been wearing this. I've got this for Christmas. I've been wearing it every time I go outside.
I haven't worn the visor a whole lot. I've got the scarf here kind of part of my deal, and the jersey hangs with the others. So whenever I feel like just kind of throwing a jersey on, it's kind of funny
Yeah.
walking around and seeing who understands what I'm wearing.
Ted Lasso Season 2 was a big one for us. We covered Season 1 on our podcast, our audio podcast. We talked about it, and then we did an episode-by-episode after show on Ted Lasso Season 2 when it was on. Gosh, how long ago was that?
Been a while now.
Yeah. Ted Lasso Season 3, which is supposedly the final season of Ted Lasso, is premiering on March the 15th. We kind of finally got a official release date, as well as the official teaser trailer for it today.
And I haven't seen, and it's been hard to avoid. Like,
Yeah.
I'm scrolling through videos and something's there, or another YouTube channel is talking about, so I'm fast forwarding through it. So I wanted to go into this as cold as I could because I'm so ready for it.
All right, if you're ready for it, let's
do it.
What the hell? Oh, yeah.
I still believe in the sound that has the power to raise a temple and tear it down. But I still believe.
Oh, I love it.
Well, if seeing is believing, I believe we've been seen.
I still believe.
March 15th. Oh, it's not that far. Oh, only a month. Oh,
That's it.
Oh, there wasn't much, but I loved what I seen.
Yeah, not much to go off of there. Showing footage that I'm guessing may not even be in the actual show. I don't know. We'll see.
I think that's no. I bet you that's part of the first episode.
Yeah.
We may not get like all the individual shots of them doing it, but them coming
Right.
in and it being on the lockers, I bet you that's actually a part of the show.
Yeah, it goes with it fits with the tone of the show, right? Just being a bit inspired, a bit positive, some bad
Rory's
things
about
happen.
this big was hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny. They all had their own individual ways of putting it on, like,
but it fit their personality with the show.
Right.
From I'm blanking on names.
I think Rebecca just essentially just like created something
With just
like
block
in
letters.
PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she like just printed something out. And then the time it took, I'm blanking on all names too. Keely.
Yeah,
Keely
that was the name I was blanking on. Hers was like really
all the
elaborate
glitter
and
and
really
stuff.
like
Yeah.
really nice and done and everything. So yeah, that just got
Jamie.
me going. I'm ready. I was hoping for a little bit more, but you know what? That's enough to get you back in that world.
It sets the mood, right? It gets
Yeah.
you ready to get back.
Gets you right back in that
world.
positive, like, if seeing is believing, we've been seen.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love this show, and I kind of love the fact that they are doing 3 and out. Like,
Yes.
I want this thing is special so far, and I think if they nail the landing with the 3rd season, I think it'll just go down as one of just memorable series on TV. Just like how good the first season was. Season 2, I don't know if it was people recognize it as good as first. I really enjoyed season 2.
Season 2 wasn't as funny, but it was deep in character work.
Right, yeah, that's true.
That's really what season 1 was almost predominantly comedy. Season 2 was more drama. What are we going to get from season 3?
I hope they stick the landing. I mean, as far as tendrils and of storylines from last season, you've got Nate the Great, who's not so great anymore. Ended up kind of backstabbing Ted, ripped up the Beleive sign. That's why they had to replace it.
A lot of people want him dead more than they wanted
Like
Bolton
Joffrey from
Ramsey.
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are rooting for Ted, and he really, I mean, that's a stab to the heart because Ted really believed in Nate, like,
And all that, he had his picture on his mantle at home,
yeah,
not at his office. He took it to his personal residence,
right,
which Nate had no idea about. But
yeah.
I mean, you see that. So the hurt I can believe from Ted.
Is Nate gonna get a redemption this season?
I
You
don't want
think?
him one.
What if he gets one?
I wouldn't. Okay, I'll put it this way. I don't want him to have one, but if he has a believable
Believe, yeah,
redemption,
yeah.
believe, yeah. No, I didn't even do that on purpose. I'll buy it.
Okay.
Just because it would take his story arc full circle.
Mm-hmm.
It would take him from being the kick boy to being an assistant coach to a coach. What if he crashed and burned all the way back down to a kick boy?
As penance, maybe. Yeah.
Man, I wouldn't even think that. I'm just curious how they're going to land all these stories because all these storylines were said to come to a finish line in this season.
Right.
All of them, that's why the story arcs for all the characters were going to happen. There was no intention for a season 4.
Yeah.
How are they going to finish this? How are they going to, like you said, how are they going to, is Rebecca going to sell the team? Is Keely going to move on? Is she going to buy the team from Rebecca?
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think about that. I was trying to remember if there were any plot lines as far as Rebecca's marriage ending. If there's going to be some, I mean, I felt like there was kind of closure last season, but or
Yeah,
kind of
there
not.
wasn't much with that. I mean, it was more with Rupert buying the team and then
Yeah.
bringing along Nate to be the coach.
And Rebecca had that relationship with the other player on the team. Forget his name
Sam.
too. Sam, yes. It's been, like I said, it's been a while. I need to revisit. I'm gonna have to like
Sam
rewatch season
Obisanya.
2. That's right, yeah. Which is enjoyable. Just watching because this is a show that my wife actually likes to just kind of put on and watch.
Yeah.
Even though we've seen them both.
The holiday
seasons
special.
multiple
That was put me through on during the Christmas series. That
Yeah.
one episode is something that you can relive each year and not
Yeah.
have to worry about any of the other stories. It's a standalone story that fits perfectly within the story of Ted Lasso.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait to revisit this thing and watch season 1 and 2 back to back in preparation for March 15th.
I'm just curious what's going to happen between Jamie, Roy, and Keely. I think there's more there.
I think there's
Something more is going to happen. Just how they ended with Keely not going on holiday with Roy,
Right.
and then Jamie saying how he still loved her during that inappropriate time during the funeral.
Yeah, right.
So there's still storyline there, but it's how much more can they milk from that? Just because they had the Roy punching Jamie, and then he was able to hug him. He finally was able to like forgive him for what he said, and then kind of move on.
And Jamie had a lot of character growth last season too, with the stuff with his father, and I wonder if there'll be any revisiting of that.
I don't know. I think he's been the most flushed out character besides Ted in this whole show.
Yeah, there's a lot of focus on Jamie for sure.
Going from the heel
Mm-hmm.
to being basically leaving, being brushed under the carpet by another team, being humbled, being brought back, and then being humbled again because he wasn't even a star on the team anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So there's been a lot of like different angles that he's actually had to work on the AFC Richmond, which I want my prediction to become true. I want them to go ahead. I want them to win the championship. I want them to mirror real life what happened in the Premier League.
And I'm thinking, what else could they expand on as far as maybe Roy being a coach? We saw a little bit of that last season. We saw the journey of how he got from being a retiree and not a player anymore to kind of him.
What if he takes over for Ted? Because I think Ted walks. I think Ted's done.
Right.
Does Ted come stateside and pick up a job over here?
Oh, to be closer with his son. And
yeah, say for instance, I'm not sure. I don't remember the city he's from. It was like Oklahoma, somewhere Midwest.
Right.
And what if he like became like the coach to Sporting Kansas City in MLS just to throw a team out there?
Right.
Because that's a Midwest team. He'll be close to his son, close to his ex-wife. He'll be able to be that father that he is scared that he's not becoming because he's far away.
I think that would be a fitting ending because there has been a through line. The first season focused on his divorce from his wife, but then the second season really focused on him being away from his son. That was kind of his biggest regret currently. He kind of came to terms with his relationship with his wife, but being so far away from his son was still something that eats at him.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that Christmas, the
yeah,
the FaceTime Christmas,
right.
it just destroyed him.
Yeah, I think that would be a fitting ending. And honestly, for this guy to come in like a whirlwind to the UK, spend a couple years there, getting this team back on track, really kind of changing people's lives, and then leaving, kind of like an American Mary Poppins or something. I think that
Come
would
and
be
clean
good.
up your mess, and then take off.
Yeah. So that's it. I mean, Ted Lasso season 3, it's coming to March the 15th. You could tell that Chris and I are, big supporters. We're supporters of
Yeah.
Richmond AFC. We'll be here to cover it. Whether that's a full after show, stay tuned to the channel.
And what I'll
Uh,
say is, don't be a goldfish. Keep your
right.
eyes open for us. We will be covering the show and whenever a full trailer drops. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and just be ready because we're ready.
That's right. Stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're doing fun stuff right now. We just started Dadnarok Arcade. We're playing some games together over the internet. And I don't know. We're just exploring new territories here at Dadnarok. We're having fun.
There we go. So I guess until we see you next time, go ahead and I was going to say, keep it cheesy.
Keep it cheesy.